Hey guys, I'm Shireen. I'm gonna do a short video about going into the ice. I wanna show you what my own little ice plunge looks like. This is my ice chest, and I use this ice chest for my own personal purpose. I have a thermostat that's connected to the ice chest as well, so that it prevents the water from getting too cold. Now, it really varies from how many times you want to do ice. When you start out, you only have to really do it once a week. It's more than enough, because the benefits of what you get in the ice from an immune system booster actually works for 6 days plus. So even if you did an ice bath once a week and then you did cold showers every other day, that's great as well. Okay, so again, whatever you can do is great. This isn't me showing you that you have to do this every day. Now, I enjoy training, and so that's the reason why I decided to come up with a way for me to be able to go into the ice whenever I wanted. Okay, now whenever I do classes or workshops, I actually have an ice machine which I produce a lot of ice out of, and then that's kind of what I use when I do my workshops. But for my own personal use, this is what I do. So the idea here is I'm going to go into the ice and I'm going to stay in there, and I'm going to go over a couple of tips on what you can do when you're first starting out and what ends up happening. A common question I get is, do I need to breathe before I get into the ice? The answer is no. You do not have to breathe before you get into the ice. They're not necessary. It's not necessary to do them one after the other. Does it help? Absolutely, because when you breathe, you're able to bring the fear, stress, and anxiety down in the body, and that actually helps you or preps your body to be able to go into the ice. There's a lot of other advantages of doing the breath before the ice, but what I'm trying to enforce is the fact that you don't have to do that. Okay, so I'm a classic example. Right now, I'm going to the ice and I haven't done the breath work. Okay, so I don't necessarily time it. I can do the breath work whenever I want, and I do the ice whenever I want as well. Whenever I get the time, I do either one of them. Okay, so when you get into the ice, the first thing that happens is there is a tendency to take a deep breath, and the idea is to normalize it or relax it as quickly as you can. Like I say, the way you breathe in the ice is similar to the way you would breathe when you're not in the ice. Okay, so if you kept that in your mind, you just went into the ice. When you start doing that, just kind of, right? So I've been doing this for a while, so when I get into the ice, you won't see that, but I'll get into the ice and I'll start talking when I'm in the ice as well. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna go into the ice. My ice bath has a little ledge on it, so I actually sit in that and I'm going in. And as you can see, I'm going in as low as I can. Okay, now one of the things that people feel a lot of pain in is in their extremities, so their feet and their hands. So if you're feeling a lot in your hands, you can put it up here if you want, or you can even put it on your thighs. Okay, now the area here within this ice bath is pretty small. Okay, but if you had a little bigger bathtub or whatever, it wouldn't be hard at all. So can you come closer and see, like, my hands are on my thighs right now. Okay, so that's and as you can see, I'm kind of going in as low as I can, trying to bring it up to as much as I can, up to my neck if possible. Like I said, the space here is kind of small, so there's very little I can do here. And you pretty much relax. Breathe in and out of your nose. Relax, be here. We normally suggest up to 2 minutes if it's your first time, because when you get in, your sympathetic nervous system gets activated, and it takes about 90 seconds to switch to your parasympathetic. So 2 minutes is about the max we recommend when you go in for the first time. But like I said, listen to your body. If it's a lot for you, then don't push it. Okay, that's very, very important. And then whenever you're done, you can just kind of get out. And then as soon as you get out of the ice, you go into what we call the horse stance. So you go into this pose, which some yogis call the goddess pose. Okay, so you go into the horse stance, and the idea is to go as deep as possible, because you want to activate your inner thighs, and you also want to activate your intercostals. Okay, so you want to push and activate your intercostal. So if you touch this area, it should be rock solid. And so when you push, I can almost feel that contraction of my muscle in the intercostal area when I'm doing it as well. So I push, and you can play with this. You know, you can move from side to side, you can stay in the same place, and you can push. For those of you who are injured for any reason, if you're not able to go into the goddess pose, you're not able to go this, even if you stood and just contracted your body as much as possible, that's okay as well. Okay, so the idea is you want to go down, stay as low as possible, and push. And then at some point, you start feeling the burn, right? Now the idea is you want to feel the burn from within, okay? So you don't want to rush indoors. You don't want to start putting clothes on top of your body to be able to feel that burn. You want to feel that burn coming from within, and you will feel it. You will actually feel that the body is feeling warmer, okay? And the other part is when you get out of the ice, all of the blood has rushed away from your extremities and it's gone into your core, okay? When you start doing things really, really fast after that, there is a tendency for that warm blood to go and get mixed up with the cold blood, and there's a sudden loss of body temperature in your core, okay? When we do this, we're preventing that from happening as well. We're allowing the blood, the warm blood and the cold blood to mingle at its own time, and as a result, we don't suddenly lose body temperature, okay? So this way, we're able to keep it engaged. And is it okay, another big question I get is it okay to shiver when you're in the ice? Or is it okay to shiver when you're out of the ice? Shivering is fine, there's no problem with it, okay? But the idea is, if you feel like you're pushing yourself, that means your body has had enough and you're shivering because you're not feeling good, then that's not a good sign. Like I said, always listen to your body. Now, as soon as you get into the ice and you start shivering, that's fine. It's because that's your body's mechanism of generating heat so that you're able to reach homeostasis so that you feel better, okay? But that does not mean that, oh my gosh, I'm shivering, so I need to get out. Keep checking in with your body. Make sure that you feel good before you decide to push further, okay? So if you have any other questions, please leave it down in the comments, and I'll see you next time. In the meantime, go check it out. Do an ice bath when you can. Okay, see ya.